Hello and welcome, I'm Liam the Music Reviewer, and today we'll see BoJack Horseman airing the first half of its final season on Netflix. What was once a pretty laughable, surreal concept that you would never think would have any any depth to it has ultimately ended up being one of the best shows of the decade. I'd go as far as saying the century, considering the topics it touches on, like trauma, mental health and addiction, in addition to some wider kind of almost existential thoughts about whether people aren't inherently good or bad, whether people deserve to be forgiven, if they should be forgiven at all, considering some of the stuff they might have done. I love this show a fair amount. I think viewers both young and old do as well, especially in regards to how it talks about mental health. And I really could go on a whole diatribe about its importance to me personally, but I really just want to have fun. So I thought the most appropriate way of celebrating / memorialising this show would be to jump in on one of the longest running and one of my favourite running jokes in the whole show. Of course, in a world full of anthropomorphised characters, I've managed to say that without stumbling too much there, you're going to get a lot of entertainment animal related puns, which are just amazing. I've always loved a good wee pun, and there's been plenty in the show so far. The one that comes to mind is Quack DeMarco, but there's also like Jay Zebra, the Goatfold, just to name a few. And I thought I would come in with 50 of my own. I think that's a fair amount to go through. I'm hoping most of them are pretty original. Though to be fair, I've rewatched the show maybe 4 or 5 times at this point, and I still figure out stuff. There's this scene in one of the latest seasons, season 5, where they have a location that says turkey, and instead of saying Borden or going, it says stuffed, and I laughed my fucking arse off at that one. But we're here to talk about 50 of my horrible animal-related jokes, and I'm sure the algorithm will eat this up. The Antlers, Ariel Pink, the Tribe Cod Quest, the Leech Boys, Belle and Sebastian, Billy Eyefish, I'm not proud of that one, Billy Goat Joel, Black Midgie, Boars of Canada, Bombay Biseagull Club, Bug Thief, Brockhampton, Carly Bay Jepson, Code Orangutan, Crocodile Twins, Deerlan Electra, Enter Shakari, First Aid Cat, Forpet, George Clampton, Godspeed You Black Emperor Penguin, Hatchie, Igloo Goat, the goat one seems to be doing well for me just now, Janelle Monáe, Jeff Rosenhawk, Jay Gilla, Joanna Newswan, John Kiltrain, JPEG Mafia, Kendrick Lamar, Kirikiro Benito, or Kirikiro Bonito, I think both work pretty well, Kid C Goats, Elk CD Sound System, Lana Del Stingray, Little Sheep, Linkin Bark, Modest Mouse, pretty self-explanatory that one, Neutral Milk Hotel, 106 Point Never, Portishead, Parrotmore, which is probably my favourite of the lot, Play Coy Carty, Robin, Lampha, Squawking Heads, Sun Krillmoon, Tame Chimpala, Tears for Fears, The War on Dogs, and last but not least, Wolfyan Stevens. If you made it this far, sorry? I'm sorry you've had to go through all that, though. My girlfriend Mary did suggest a few of these, including my favourite of the lot, Parrotmore, so she is just as much to blame or praise when it comes to this. I do want to know any of your very good animal-related music puns to celebrate this great show. I feel relieved to put all this somewhere. But thank you for watching this very relative normal video about music. Stay safe and stay hydrated. I'm gonna go see if I can get myself a seat at the writing table after this great video. Why did I mean? Oh, no, it's finishing.